What if I told you that the key to awakening your body's deepest calm is hidden in the smallest place, right behind your teeth? Not in a sacred temple, not in a mountain cave, but here, at the tip of your tongue. Take a slow breath with me. Inhale through your nose, hold it gently, and exhale through your mouth. Now notice how your shoulders soften, how your heartbeat slows, even a little. That simple pause, it's your body remembering something ancient. Before we go further, I'd love to know, where are you watching from right now? Are you resting on your couch, lying in bed, or maybe listening as you drift to sleep? Type it below in the comments, because every place on earth carries its own energy, and tonight they all meet here. Now imagine this. You bring your awareness to your mouth, and let the tip of your tongue gently rise, until it touches the roof, that soft ridge just behind your front teeth. Don't press, just rest it there, and feel. Some describe it as a gentle pulse, a shimmer of warmth, a spark of electricity weaving through the body. Others say it feels like silence becoming alive inside them. Ancient Taoist healers once called this the golden bridge. They believed that when the tongue connects here, it completes a sacred circuit of energy, a loop between heaven and earth, spirit and flesh, consciousness and breath. And here's the wonder. Modern science is finally beginning to understand why. The tiny nerves beneath your tongue connect to the vagus nerve, the great communicator between your brain and your heart. When touched with awareness, they whisper calm through your entire system. It's not magic, it's remembrance. Your body remembering how to rest. But here's the quiet tragedy. Most people will never feel this. They'll spend their lives searching for peace in the world outside, never realizing that the switch they're looking for is already inside their own mouth. So tonight, let's awaken it, gently, together. Because if something inside you already feels drawn to this, trust that instinct. Your body is wiser than your mind admits. Before we begin the full technique, pause for a breath. Let your eyes soften. Let your jaw relax. And when you're ready, let your tongue touch the roof of your mouth once more. That's it. That's the beginning. The current waiting to move. If this small act already made you feel something, warmth, tingling, or peace, remember this moment. Because the next few minutes might change the way you experience your body forever. And if your heart is open to it, whisper softly, yes. Yes to stillness. Yes to energy. Yes to your own awakening. Subscribe to the Spine Gospel, and let this be your quiet first step. Back home to the energy your soul has always known. They say the body is the greatest scripture ever written, yet few ever learn to read it. Every breath, every heartbeat, every spark of sensation is a verse in a silent gospel that speaks directly to your soul. But over time, humanity forgot its language. We began to worship thoughts more than presence, words more than vibration. And in doing so, we abandoned the ancient blueprint that was once our truest map to healing. Close your eyes for a moment. Imagine standing in front of an ancient temple, not built of stone, but of flesh and bone. The columns are your spine, the altar your heart, the sacred flame your breath. This is the temple of you. Long before religion and science were divided, sages believed the body was a sacred vessel, designed with divine precision. They taught that energy wasn't something outside to be summoned. It was already flowing inside, through invisible pathways known by many names: meridians, nadis, channels of light. And at the center of it all lies one secret bridge, a circuit that connects heaven and earth through the human form. The ancients called it the microcosmic orbit, a continuous loop of life force moving up the spine and down the front of the body, forming an eternal circle, like the symbol of infinity resting within your skin. The tongue's placement at the roof of the mouth was said to close the loop, allowing energy to circulate endlessly, nourishing every cell and awakening every dormant part of the soul. Modern anatomy has no name for this orbit, but it does recognize the paths it follows. The spine carries electric messages up to the brain, while the vagus nerve, running through your throat and chest, sends calming waves down through your organs. When these two currents meet, something extraordinary happens. The body begins to speak again. Every shiver of peace, every breath of ease you feel when meditating or praying, that's the body remembering the forgotten circuit. It's not mystical in the sense of fantasy. It's mystical because it's real beyond language. But why did we forget? Because the modern world taught us to live from the neck up, to chase, to analyze, to produce, while the wisdom of the body was silenced. We numb our sensations, tighten our jaws, and carry tension in our bellies as if strength means disconnection. And so, the body that was meant to be a temple became a battlefield. Yet the blueprint never left. It's been waiting, like a sacred manuscript hidden beneath layers of noise, for the moment you'd finally turn inward again. When you gently place your tongue against the roof of your mouth, you're not just touching flesh. You're reconnecting the two rivers of your being, the upward current of consciousness and the downward flow of peace. One rises like fire, the other descends like water, and together they create balance, the alchemy of your existence. Ancient Taoist masters believed that when this circuit is awakened, it refines your life force, turning raw emotion into awareness and awareness into light. They called it internal alchemy, but it's not about escaping the world. It's about inhabiting it fully, feeling the sacred in every inhale, the divine in every heartbeat. Even modern neuroscience quietly supports this truth. When you connect the tongue to the palate, it activates the parasympathetic response, your body's natural relaxation mode. The vagus nerve carries this message of calm to your organs, slowing your heart, softening your breath, and grounding your thoughts. The ancients called it divine energy. Science calls it coherence. Different words, same truth. But here's what makes this blueprint sacred. It's unique to you. No one can awaken your energy for you. No chant, no crystal, no ritual can replace the living intelligence within your cells. You are both the seeker and the temple, both the prayer and its answer. So when you breathe tonight, when you close your eyes and feel that faint pulse behind your tongue, know this, you are touching the memory of creation itself. The same current that moves stars across the sky now hums through your veins. It doesn't matter who you are, where you've been, or what you believe. The body does not judge. It only waits for you to remember its design, waits for you to listen, waits for you to come home. Because when you finally remember how to read its silent scripture, you don't just heal your body, you awaken your soul. There's a sacred bridge hidden inside you, one that every breath quietly crosses. It's invisible to the eyes, yet felt by the soul. The ancients said this bridge was the key to enlightenment, while modern science is only now beginning to trace its outline through the language of nerves, frequency, and electric rhythm. When you touch the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, you complete that bridge, not symbolically but electrically. It's the meeting point of two great currents, the rising energy of the spine and the descending calm of the heart. For a brief shimmering moment, the two worlds, heaven and flesh, become one continuous flow. Try it now, softly. Let the tip of your tongue rest just behind your upper front teeth. Breathe slowly through your nose. Feel your jaw relax. Notice how the breath seems to deepen on its own, as if your body suddenly remembers something ancient and kind. This is no coincidence. This small gesture activates what Taoist monks once called the heavenly circuit. They believed the human body mirrored the cosmos, the crown of the head, a sun, the base of the spine, the earth. Between them ran a luminous river, connecting divine light with mortal life. When the tongue sealed the circuit, energy could rise and fall freely, nourishing every part of the being. But this isn't only spiritual poetry. Modern anatomy has its own language for the same bridge, the vagus nerve. It's the longest nerve in your body, stretching from your brainstem down through your heart, lungs, and gut. When stimulated gently, through breath, sound, or touch, it shifts your body out of survival and into safety. Think about that for a moment. A single touch, a single breath, can turn chaos into calm. The ancients didn't need laboratories to know this. They felt it In The Healing Power of the Vagus Nerve by Stanley Rosenberg, the author writes, "Safety is not a concept. It's a state of being, and the body knows the difference." That line could easily have been spoken by a Taoist sage thousands of years ago. Both speak of the same truth. Healing begins when the bridge opens, when energy can move without resistance. Now imagine this energy as light, golden and fluid, rising up your spine like morning sun. It touches the base of your skull, the back of your throat, and finally your tongue. When your tongue connects to the roof of your mouth, that light completes its circle, falling down the front of your body like rain, cleansing your chest and belly before returning to the base again. That's the microcosmic orbit, the living halo that surrounds every awakened human. You are the circuit. You are the current. You are the bridge. Even Western thinkers have glimpsed this mystery. In The Body Keeps the Score, Dr. Bessel van der Kolk explains that the body is the safest place to heal the mind. When your nervous system feels safe, the energy that was trapped in fear or trauma begins to flow again. The ancient masters knew this long before trauma therapy had a name. They just called it restoring harmony. So why does the tongue matter so much? Because it's the final link between the heavens of your mind and the earth of your body. It's where spirit descends into matter. It's where divine electricity closes the loop. Think of it like this. The spine is a ladder. Each breath climbs it. Each heartbeat carries you higher. But the moment you connect the tongue to the palate, the ladder becomes a circle, infinite, eternal, self-sustaining, and something shifts. You begin to feel whole. The mystic Gopi Krishna once described this awakening as a fountain of light flowing through the spine. He believed it was the true purpose of human evolution, to merge biology with divinity, to let consciousness express itself fully through the body. Whether you call it Kundalini, Chi, or divine current, the essence is the same. Energy seeks completion, and you complete it by becoming aware. Now take a slow breath in. Let it rise gently up your spine. Touch your tongue softly to your palate, and exhale with awareness, letting the breath fall through your chest. You've just bridged heaven and earth. But the real miracle isn't that this works. It's that you were designed for it. Your body wants to heal. It wants to awaken. It's been waiting for you to remember this circuit, not as a technique, but as your birthright. And when you do, something beautiful happens. Your thoughts begin to soften. Your emotions no longer feel like storms, but like tides. You realize that peace was never a destination. It was the natural rhythm of your inner cosmos. So the next time you feel scattered, anxious, or lost in thought, don't search outside. Just bring your awareness home. Touch the roof of your mouth. Feel the current flow. And remember, the bridge is always there, waiting for your return. Because in truth, heaven was never somewhere above. It was always within the body, rising through the spine, whispering through the tongue, and descending gently into the heart. Now that you understand the hidden bridge, it's time to feel it. Because this teaching means nothing until it becomes sensation, until energy begins to move through you. So find a quiet place. Let your spine rest straight but not stiff. Close your eyes and let your awareness settle inside your body, like mist sinking into still water. This is not meditation. It's remembrance. Your body already knows how to do this. You're only reminding it. Take a slow, gentle breath in through your nose. Hold it softly for a moment, not with effort but with reverence. Now exhale through the mouth, as if you're releasing centuries of tension. Do this twice more, and feel how even the air starts to taste different, lighter, cleaner, calmer. Now bring the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, right behind your upper front teeth. Don't force it. Just rest it there, like a key sliding naturally into its lock. If you're sensitive, you might already notice a faint warmth or a tingling current. That's your inner electricity waking up, the body remembering the song it was born to hum. Now imagine, right at the base of your spine, a small sphere of golden light. With each breath, see it glowing brighter, warmer. This is your root energy, the ancient fire of life. As you inhale, imagine that golden light rising up the back of your spine, vertebra by vertebra. When it reaches the crown of your head, let it spill forward, down through your forehead, down your throat, until it touches the tip of your tongue. And the moment your tongue touches your palate, feel the light complete its circuit, flowing down the front of your body, washing through your heart, your belly, your pelvis. Back to the base again. You've just activated the microcosmic orbit in one, the living halo of human energy. It's not imagination. It's bioelectric reality. In his book Energy Medicine, The Science and Mystery of Healing, Dr. Jill Blakeway writes, "The human body is a living electromagnetic field, the current of life constantly weaving through flesh and emotion. That current is what you're feeling now. Keep breathing, slow and steady. Tongue connected, body relaxed, awareness flowing. If your mind wanders, gently return to the feeling of the tongue touching the roof of your mouth. That's your anchor, your sacred circuit. Now let's go a little deeper. Bring your attention to the center of your chest, the heart field. With each exhale, imagine a soft green glow expanding from it, warm, wide, forgiving. With each inhale, feel that glow being nourished by the golden current running through you. This is not only relaxation, it's communication. Your body and your spirit are talking again. In the Tao of Health, Sex and Longevity, Daniel Reed described this as the dance between yin and yang within the temple of the flesh. When the tongue connects the two, channels the governing vessel up the spine and the conception vessel down the front, your energy begins to balance. Masculine and feminine, light and shadow, activity and rest, all find their rhythm again. You might feel small pulsations, like the heartbeat expanding beyond the chest. You might feel heat rising to your head or a cool wave flowing downward. Some even feel emotions surface, tears, laughter, sudden clarity. It's all part of the circuit, remembering how to flow. Don't analyze. Don't resist. Just breathe and witness. If you feel intensity, open your mouth slightly, release the tongue, and exhale through the lips. Let it ground. Then return to the gentle contact when you're ready. After a few minutes, begin to notice what's changed. Is your breath slower? Is your mind quieter? Does your body feel a little more alive, as if something within has switched on? That's the electric tongue, not a myth, but a living truth. You've awakened the circuit that joins heaven and earth within your nervous system. Every muscle, every cell, every thought is being recharged through this quiet touch. The ancient text, The Secret of the Golden Flower, described this process beautifully. When the light circulates, the energies of heaven and earth, of light and dark, unite. The human spirit transforms into light. Can you feel that? That shimmer of life, that pulse of peace, that subtle glow spreading through your chest. It's the body remembering its divine design. The more often you practice, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, even when you're not focusing, the current will hum softly in the background, your body's hidden prayer of connection. Before you open your eyes, place one hand on your heart, the other on your belly. Whisper to yourself, I am the current. I am the bridge. Let the words vibrate through your palms, through your breath, through your bones. Now release the tongue. Take one final deep inhale and exhale completely, letting everything soften into silence. You've just tasted the forgotten language of your own nervous system, the same circuit that the sages mapped in symbols, and science now measures in frequencies. Stay with that awareness for a moment, and when you're ready, we'll explore what begins to awaken inside once this current starts flowing freely again. Because when energy moves, emotions transform, and something deep within you begins to remember who you truly are. When the current begins to flow, something deeper than thought awakens. It's subtle at first. A gentle tingling in the chest, a warmth behind the eyes, a sigh that feels like it comes from the soul rather than the lungs. And then, slowly, the body begins to speak in its original language. Sensation, vibration, emotion, every wave of energy you feel now carries memory. Old fears, forgotten joys, hidden griefs. They rise not to hurt you, but to leave you. This is the inner alchemy, not a practice of control, but of surrender, of allowing energy to transform darkness into light. When the tongue closes the circuit and the breath begins to flow in rhythm, your body becomes a living crucible, and what once felt heavy, anxiety, fatigue, emotional pain, begins to dissolve in the warmth of awareness. Take a slow breath. Notice how your heart feels right now. Is there a weight there? A tightness? Just let it be seen. You don't need to fix it. You only need to breathe through it. As you breathe, imagine the current flowing gently through your chest, the golden light rising up the spine, touching the crown, returning through the tongue, and falling down the front of your body like liquid peace. This flow is your inner alchemist, the intelligence of life itself, reshaping energy into harmony. In The Untethered Soul, Michael A. Singer wrote, "The only thing you have to do to become free is to stop clinging to the things that make you tighten." That's what this practice teaches. Every time you rest your tongue to the roof of your mouth, you remind your body to let go. Every time the current flows, the tightness unwinds a little more, and with it, something extraordinary happens. Emotions that once felt unbearable begin to move like water. They no longer trap you. They pass through you. Some people cry, some laugh, some fall into deep stillness, as if time itself pauses to listen. This is healing not through thought, but through flow. The Taoists called it neidan, the inner elixir, a transformation not of chemicals, but of consciousness. They believed that when energy circulates freely, emotions refine themselves into wisdom. Anger becomes clarity. Sadness becomes compassion. Fear becomes trust. And desire becomes devotion. It's not magic. It's physics of the soul. Your nervous system, once locked in defense, begins to open. The vagus nerve, that silent guardian of peace, softens your heartbeat, slows your breath, and tells every cell, you're safe now. Safety is the ground of transformation. Because only when you feel safe can you truly feel. As you rest in this current, memories may surface, faces, voices, moments long buried. Don't turn away. Let them move through you like wind through an open window. You are not reliving them. You are releasing them. This is what Dr. Joe Dispenza described in Becoming Supernatural. When energy moves through the body, it carries information. And when that information is no longer bound to the past, the body becomes free to create a new future. That's what you're doing now, freeing your energy from old stories. Not by thinking differently, but by feeling truthfully. And as the current continues, silence begins to emerge. Not the silence of absence, but the silence of fullness. It's as if every sound around you becomes part of one great harmony, and your body hums quietly with it. This silence is not empty. It's alive. Breathe into it. Let the silence fill your lungs. Let it wrap around your heart. Let it remind you that peace was never something to chase. It was always the space beneath everything else. In The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle wrote, "You are not the voice in your head. You are the one who hears it. And in this silence, you finally understand what he meant. Because when energy flows, the noise of thought softens, and what remains is pure presence. For a moment, there's no past or future. No need to heal, no need to seek. Just the steady pulse of life, flowing through the circuit you've reawakened. Can you feel it now? That subtle hum in your chest, that wave of warmth along your back. That's not imagination. That's you, the real you, remembering what it feels like to be whole. Every cell is singing. Every breath is prayer. Every heartbeat is light striking the temple walls of your inner universe. Stay with this feeling. This is what the mystics meant when they spoke of returning to the source. It was never about leaving the body. It was about inhabiting it, fully, reverently, consciously. The more you allow this current, the less you resist life. You stop fighting your emotions, and they stop fighting back. You realize they were never enemies. They were messengers carrying energy home, and when that energy returns to its flow, you begin to glow. softly, quietly, from the inside out. You might notice it later. When you speak, your words carry warmth. When you walk, your presence feels lighter. When you touch others, even briefly, they calm without knowing why. That's the living current moving through you into the world. It's not something you do, it's something you become. And this perhaps is the quietest miracle of all, the realization that spiritual awakening isn't an escape from your humanity. It's the full embrace of it. Now rest in that silence. Let it anchor you, because from here, your daily life, your relationships, your sleep, your peace will begin to shift in ways that feel almost invisible at first, yet unmistakably real. You don't need a mountain cave, a temple, or even an hour of silence to stay connected to this current. The circuit lives within you, and once awakened, it asks only for a moment of remembrance each day. Just 1 minute, done with presence, is enough to reopen the bridge between body and spirit. When you wake in the morning, before the noise of the world arrives, sit up slowly. Bring the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Take a long, easy breath in through your nose and exhale through the heart. Feel your spine light up with quiet strength, like the first golden ray of dawn touching the earth. That's your morning ignition, your body remembering its light before you step into the day. And when life feels heavy, when emotions rise, or when your mind spins, return to the same gesture. Tongue up, breath slow, awareness wide. Let the current wash through you, clearing the static of thought, returning you to that inner silence that never left. You can do this anywhere, in traffic, in a waiting room, while folding laundry before sleep. Each time you touch the circuit, you tell your nervous system, we are safe. Each time you breathe with awareness, your cells hum with gratitude. Over days and weeks, something begins to shift, quietly but deeply. Your sleep deepens, your moods soften, your energy evens out, no longer rising and falling in chaos, but flowing like a steady stream. In Eastern Body, Western Mind, by Anodea Judith, she writes, when energy moves freely through the body, life itself becomes meditation. That's the truth of this practice. It's not about escaping life, but electrifying it with consciousness. The more you remember the circuit, the more your presence begins to glow. You'll notice it in small things, how people breathe easier near you, how calm lingers in rooms you leave behind. Because once the current moves freely through you, it moves through the world too. So tonight, before you sleep, place your tongue softly to your palate, take one deep breath, and whisper, I am the bridge. I am the light. Let that be your prayer, your medicine, your gentle awakening, every single day. When the tongue meets the roof of the mouth, and the breath finds its rhythm again, the body whispers something ancient. You have come home, not home as in a place, but home as in presence, home as in the silent current that has always carried you, through pain, through laughter, through the unbearable beauty of being human. The ancients never saw the body as a burden. They saw it as a temple of light, a living cathedral built from the memory of stars. When you tap the tongue to the roof of your mouth, it's not just a physical gesture, it's a reminder, a remembrance. You are closing the sacred circuit between heaven and earth, between what breathes above and what beats within. In that instant, something shifts. The noise fades. The racing thoughts slow down, as if the universe itself were inhaling through you. You are no longer seeking energy. You are energy. No longer chasing the divine. You are divine. This is what the mystics meant by returning home. The Sufis danced it. The Taoists breathed it. The yogis sang it through their spines. And now you are feeling it. The more you practice, the more this circuit becomes a soft hum beneath your awareness, like a river always running, guiding your emotions, your focus, your heartbeat. You'll begin to see the tongue not as a muscle of speech, but as a key of light, unlocking the sacred door between the mind and the soul. It's said in the Tao of inner alchemy that when the small current meets the great, the immortal spirit awakens. That moment, when energy flows effortlessly between crown and root, is the quiet beginning of your rebirth. No ceremony, no noise, Just a gentle merging of currents that reminds you were never disconnected. You just forgot the switch was inside your own mouth. So now, close your eyes. Rest the tongue against the roof of your mouth. Feel that soft click, like a whisper of God within your flesh. Let the circuit close. Let your breath complete the circle. And when you open your eyes again, know this: you are not returning to the world is returning to you. If this teaching touched something ancient inside you, let your heart guide your next breath. Comment what you felt when the circuit awakened, and subscribe to the Spine Gospel, where every story reminds your body of what your soul has never forgotten.